Well, thank you all for coming. We really appreciate it. My name is Jeff Waite, part of the family that owns this range, and I can't thank you enough for coming out here and supporting these guys and supporting us. It really does mean a lot to us. Without you guys, obviously, none of this would happen. It's one of those things that's always true to say. Thanks for sticking around, even though it had a ring and it didn't happen. You guys were either dumb or tough or smart or something, but you stayed with it anyway, which means you're going to get more stuff than the people that ran off. We're glad that you did it. A big reason why we put this on is to spread the word of the shooting sports. I don't know if many of you know it. Those of us in the shooting sports industry, we can't advertise on Facebook or Google or radio, many other places we can't do it. So the only way we reach people is really through social media, and it's by sharing, it's by you guys sharing. Unlike every other business out there, we can't actually buy that advertising. They prevent us from doing it. So the only way these guys get popular and the only way they make a living is by you guys promoting and sharing them. So you are what drives the thing that you like. So I don't want you guys to underestimate the power and the wealth to us that you guys are. You know, you are our biggest resource, and we really think about you guys and everything we do, how we design things, what we do, how we schedule it. It's all with you in mind. So I do appreciate everything you do. Also keep in mind there's so many people that wouldn't be exposed to shooting sports if it wasn't for you sharing it on social media of some type, whether it's just through an email, whether you use Facebook or Twitter, whatever way you do it. But those of you that don't use social media, go ahead and do it anyways, just so you can tick off the people that don't like the shooting sports. The more you share it, I mean, you know, you'll have fun, doing it. Also, remember the media that puts out all this negative things about the shooting sports. If people don't see what you say or what you share, they only get that side of it. So the more that you promote it and you show great things going on, it helps people to understand that maybe they're being given a different story than what's real. So the more you do it, the better it is for everybody. Also, if you're following just one of these guys, make sure you follow them all. Start looking at everybody out there. There's some really entertaining stuff that you just can't get on regular TV. So it's worth watching. I don't know about you, but most of the time if I turn on the TV, I'm flipping through pretty quick because it's terrible. But when I get on these guys' channels, start watching it, I stay the whole time because I really enjoy it. And what we want to do is have each one of them introduce themselves and tell you how to follow them, so you get an idea which one was, in case you didn't know who they were. And we're going to start it here with Hank Strange and see if he can explain who he is and what happened to his hair.
Yeah, everything fell off on the sides one day. I'm Hank Strange. If you're looking for me on whatever social media that you do use, I'm pretty much Hank Strange on everything. And as Jeff said, we do appreciate you guys following us and tagging us, sharing what we do. Also, thanks to Okeechobee Shooting Sports for having us here, man.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah.
We loved it.
Absolutely.
This is why we spent millions of dollars so we could do this.
Well, this is great. I've had a lot of fun, and I wish this was my home range. Now I know. I thought it was just that Devil Dog was so cute, but...
Well, there's that too.
Yeah.
Well, it could be your home range. You just have to move.
Yeah, right.
Or drive a lot.
Yeah, you can wake up early, drive down here, shoot.
Yeah, every day. Might think about that.
I got a guest room.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
We're building a campground. You could just stay.
Yeah, true. Yes, I like
you
that
just bring
idea.
it down, plug it in, and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of that RV.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea. So that's me. I just try to have fun. I haven't been in shooting sports for a long time, to be honest with you. I grew up in New York City. I did have guns, but it wasn't legal. So I moved here so I could be free. That's why I live here in Florida, and I think it's been pretty good to me. So thanks to everyone for coming out and cheering us on, and and I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys win some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
And how do they find you? How do they follow you?
I'm Hank Strange on everything. So if you look for Hank, you really can't miss me, man. This is like a sale. You can see me from miles away.
But for those that might be social media challenged,
okay.
How would they find
if you just look at YouTube, I'm on YouTube. You can search for Hank Strange. We do a podcast Monday to Friday, and we do it live. So it's on my the channel I have that I do the podcast is Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded. You guys can find us there. We also put it on iTunes and any place that you would listen to podcasts if you do that. And then my regular channel is Hank Strange on YouTube.
And I've heard you've had some amazing guests that are very handsome and smart.
Just not recently.
Yeah. Are you talking about Mike?
Yes.
You're talking about Mike, right? Yes, absolutely. We've got a lot of great people that come on, including Okeechobee Shooting Sports. You know, hopefully we'll get Devil Dog to come
on a week where I don't have
yeah.
problems.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah. And we also had the Gould Brothers, man. They were awesome on
yeah.
there. Yeah.
That's
You
fun.
missed it. You missed it.
I do.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Next time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now you know where to find me. So you're
Yes.
sitting here camping me out.
Yes, I will.
All right, well, that brings us to Devil Dog Gamer.
Yay. I'm Devil Dog Gamer. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, you started with the yay. I just thought I would chip in.
With the golf clap he gives me. All right. Yeah, I'm the Devil Dog Gamer. Mainly do YouTube, Twitch, which is a live streaming. If you don't have time to watch that, then watch YouTube. Yeah, this is my home turf. Jeff is nice enough to let me come out here and just shoot and do whatever I want to, and convince my child she needs guns and suppressors and things.
And
She
she should
does
have
that.
those.
Well, now she has a rifle on the way and a suppressor, so thanks.
Well,
Yeah.
So my daughter has those. Why shouldn't you?
She's 6 and she has a suppressor. I had to wait till I was 21. Like seriously. So yeah, and big thanks to Okeechobee Shooting Sports for setting this up. This is a great place. Like if you go to, honestly, you should. If you shoot anywhere in the area, just come shoot here. Everywhere else, there's so many indoor ranges in Florida, and once you're out in the heat and just being able to shoot all the different distances, so much better. And just the staff, the gunsmithing. If you've never used the gunsmithing here, oh my God, this is the only place I take my guns to get fixed because they break a lot. He broke one earlier, so I got to drop that up there. Like, it's okay. It's okay. It was bound to happen.
He also gives really good advice. So just.
Who, me?
Yeah.
What's my advice?
No, you give good advice. You just tell everybody to come here.
Oh yeah. Okay. You confused me. I'm like, what advice?
It's like, do you know me?
Yeah, she was over there looking confused. Like, what?
What did he do now?
Yeah. Yeah, and you can just finally just Google the Devil Dog Gamer. It's pretty easy, or DDG. It'll pop up. Trust me, Google's weird, and a bunch of different places. So just Google Devil Dog Gamer.
And you'll put out content how often for them to check out?
Every day. Gun videos once a week, but there's content every day.
Awesome.
Man, that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of
Well,
work.
the brothers, Gould.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah. You started it, so now I'm going to golf clap it.
Yeah, I'm Steve Gould, and obviously I'm one of the brothers.
I'm Eric Gould, the other brother.
The other brother, from the same mother, believe it or not. I know we don't look a whole lot alike, but we're told we're from the same mom, and I'm a real grateful person. I try to live a grateful life, and so I do thank God for that every single chance I get. That we look nothing alike. Yeah. So what are you calling him, ugly?
No, we thought he was the good looking.
I said I thank God that I don't look like him, and you said amen.
we all do.
Yeah. Well,
Smart Alex.
yeah, I don't know. It's just what
So
I do.
where do they find us if they want to put stuff up?
If they want to put stuff up,
If they want to watch our
they
stuff.
might want to start their own channel if they want to put stuff up.
Very, very true.
Yeah, if you're interested in watching anything that we do, which is obviously has to do with a lot of trick shots of all different types of weapons. Even what was that gun we were just shooting called? Even the Keg 12. I mean, like, it's not just with the Winchesters. Yeah, Keg 12 trick shots coming to a video near you soon. Yeah. We like to play with crossbows, handguns, rifles, really across the gamut. Just do fun things and show people just a different side of the shooting sports, and inspire people not necessarily to be trick shots, but to spark that interest in just the shooting sports. And we've seen that. A lot of people come to our shows and they leave with this spark to try shooting. Not to do what we do, which we're pretty thankful for, but just to go shoot. And so it's been a really cool thing just to see, and we're really humbled to see the platform that we have and the opportunity that we have to promote the shooting sports and firearm safety and being responsible firearm owners. And so we put out new content on YouTube every other week. Sometimes we try to put out a video every week, but as we travel and do the live shows, like I mentioned during our little deal, it gets rather challenging to do it all until we can hire a crew on to help us, which hopefully is in the near future, because it would
not sure.
it would alleviate maybe a few arguments we could have while we're filming. And
If any of you like to work really cheap and travel, they're looking for
well,
free.
when we were on the podcast, someone offered to do it for the low price of $100K.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's a deal.
That's
Is that in American money?
Yeah, I hope not.
Oh, okay.
I can get that.
You gotta hire your wife, and then you do it for free.
That's the trick.
There we go. You're a smart man.
Listen, it seems like it's free, man. But
It's
Oh,
never-
it only cost me 50% of my stuff in a wedding,
Yeah.
but you know.
So yeah, if you want to find our stuff, like I said on YouTube, if you just search Gould Brothers or Gould Brothers Exhibition Shooting, you'll find our stuff. And then Instagram is our other main platform. We put stuff out almost daily on there, just depending what we're doing. As we're traveling around the country, we're doing stories, or as we're out at the range, just taking pictures, sharing short video clips, different stuff like that. But yeah, Gould Brothers.
Make sure you do it. It's a great break for the day. Instead of all the negative stuff you hear all day long, it's nice to pick up what they're throwing out there sometimes, and it lets you know the world's still okay and you can still have some fun. It's okay to feel good and have fun, and these guys will keep that going. And it's stuff that you wouldn't always see, so it might be something that you're interested in, or a new gun that you'd like to go get, or sometimes it's a review on a gun that you were thinking of getting. They're going to take it out there and shoot it. And as you can see, they do like to spend time with fans, so you might get a chance to do it with them. And Aaron, do you have anything else to add to that? Or?
That pretty much covers it. I guess I will say that we both have our own personal channels. Steve Gould X on Instagram and Aaron Gould X on Instagram as well, besides the Gould Brothers account.
So who has the most followers on those two separate ones?
I don't know.
Steve does, because I haven't posted anything in the last 2 years. Only the last month and a half did I start posting anything on
He's
Instagram.
getting into it. He has a hard time, and honestly, like I'll be honest, social media sometimes it's just hard for me. It's like when I'm at events like this or anywhere, I would rather be in the moment with the people that I'm with than running around with the phone in my face, taking pictures, doing the stuff. At the same time, I understand the importance of, if you're going to build an audience and share with people across the United States and across the globe, you also have to do that. So it's kind of a balancing act, but I definitely have to force myself to do it, and Aaron really has to force himself to do it.
I have to make a checklist, otherwise it doesn't happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're a teenage girl, you'd be really good at it.
Yeah.
Steve's close.
Yeah, just get in touch with your teenage girl.
I'm there.
In a legal way. In a legal way.
He is a believer.
Yeah, he's a believer.
Yeah.
In what?
He doesn't know anything about Justin Bieber, man. He's too.
Oh, a believer, a Beaver believer.
Yeah. He's like, who is that?
I don't know anything about that.
He's such a liar.
Yeah.
His eyes lit up when he heard it.
It is more fun to actually like hang out and talk to people. So a lot of times when I do these events, I don't post anything until the next day or later if I do it all, because it's just I get like re-energized when I actually hang out with people. It amazes me that someone watches what I do.
Why's that?
It's amazing. It really is, right? That you're creating something and putting it out in the world, and people respect it and watch it. That's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It is.
So, Frank, how long have you been doing this?
About 5 years.
About 5 years
Yeah.
now. And Double Dog, how long have you been doing this?
About 5 years ago.
Now, did you wait till you got out of the military to start that, or did you start it when you were in?
No, I had a bunch of random jobs before that, like Walmart. Typical
You
grunt stuff.
learn a lot of things that way.
Yeah, nobody wants trigger pullers in their company.
Not
so,
usually.
yeah.
No. Well, I do.
Oh yeah, that's why I know if YouTube shuts down, I can just come
on
on
right
over
here.
here.
Yeah.
I'll be the best RO ever. Like, sure, you can shoot.
And we don't charge them a lot to work here either. It's pretty.
Oh, really? That's how it goes?
That's nice of you. That's nice of you. That's this. A couple of the guys mentioned it, but this is a great range, and we were out there shooting, and I love your staff because I had an RO come up and say, "Hey, make sure you're keeping the rounds up a little higher." That's great. We want to stay safe. I don't care if someone comes up and tells me that they're seeing something that's going on.
You bring up a good point there. For all you guys that go out and enjoy the shooting sports, I hear this a lot of times when people say, well, I'll never go back to this range or that range because I felt unsafe there. Well, like we always say, everybody here is a range officer. If you ever see something that isn't safe, it's okay to tell somebody, hey, I'm not comfortable with what you're doing, or tell a range officer and bring it to their attention, no matter what range you're on. It wouldn't offend me if I wasn't doing something the way I should and somebody pointed it out. You know, so if that does offend them, that's okay. It's okay to offend people with safety, as long as you do it respectful. And it doesn't matter where you're at. I mean, you know, you always hear this term range Nazi. Well, there's obviously a right way and a wrong way to address safety with people, but do it respectful, because every place you shoot should be safe. And just to avoid a place, because, you know, there was some kooky person there that didn't read the range rules that are posted everywhere, almost on every range, you know, bring it to their attention so that we can all keep enjoying the sport more and more. The nice thing about it is you rarely hear of any injuries in the sport. I mean, you know, we all travel across the country doing things, and it's pretty rare to see that. But, you know, whether you're the dirt bike track next door, you see somebody injured every day. There's a lot of the sports that have a lot of other injuries that we don't seem to see here very often.
Oh yeah.
It's good to have that. Now, Gould Brothers, how long have you been doing this?
We've been shooting together. Whoa. Doing trick shots together for it's gonna be about 12, 13 years.
Since we started, we've been performing for 9 years in front of live audiences.
Well, that's pretty good. So you're like old compared to everybody else here, then.
I guess. But not when it comes to social media and YouTube, because it took us, like I said during our deal, we're sort of slow learners. It took us a while before we realized we could use YouTube as a platform to create content and do more of what we do outside of just the live shows. So at the live shows, you know, we could travel the country and do, even if we did 50 live shows throughout the course of a year, which is like a lot of travel.
That's a lot of travel.
But still, how many people do you get in front of?
Right.
You know, which is great. You know, like these guys, we love to get in front of live audiences and be able to meet new friends and hang out and chat, and talk shop, and, you know, all the other different things. But when we do content in between, we can effectively reach a whole lot more people.
And that brings up a point. Make sure you reach out to the sponsors of these guys and let them know that you came in and you saw them and you enjoyed it, and you know how much that meant to you guys, so that the people that are behind these guys that are trying to get them out there know that that's a worthwhile cause for them to do. So who are your sponsors?
Well,
It looks like I see some.
there's a few. Bass Pro and Winchester would be our main sponsors.
So not NASCAR. Looks like you guys race over the intersection over there.
No, we
Bass Pro, Winchester.
Yeah, we have a lot of great partners that make this possible, and you know, I know some people will see sponsorship as selling out, which I think is a funny deal, because no matter what type of content you consume, there's sponsorship.
Yeah.
You know, if you watch a TV show, every commercial sponsorship. Essentially, if you go to a NASCAR race, everything's sponsored. And you know, I think to the point of the people though, it's important that you can partner with brands, but you're still authentic and you're still honest in what you say, and you bring your personality, and you're not just, you know, and honestly, when we got into the outdoor industry, we sort of felt like you had to say brands all the time, and you had to, you know, because that's the way that a lot of the outdoor industry works. You know, they want to hear their brand said all the time. So when we started making content, we're like, we're shooting the Winchester and Winchester this and Winchester that, and I think our content was subpar, because we weren't just normal guys doing normal, well, you know, maybe unnormal things, but
You're not quite normal.
no, definitely not
I've
normal.
seen you shoot. You're not
but,
normal.
but just you can be sponsored and still be authentic to and honest with your viewers.
Well, the great thing about sponsors is not only do they help fund your travel problems, but they open up a lot of doors. They set up events, they get things going that if you just called up somewhere, it wouldn't happen. So
Yeah.
sponsors really do come into play for a lot of things to keep this industry moving. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've never thought of that as a bad way. I'm always proud of somebody when they get a sponsor. I'm like, good job. They pulled that off.
Yeah.
And I feel good about the sponsor too, because it makes me think that they're thinking of this industry and thinking of promoting it. So I always look at some of these manufacturers that don't sponsor anybody, and I'm thinking, how do they think they're going to stay in? You know, they got to get their message out there.
Yeah, we couldn't do what we do without sponsorship, so we're pretty grateful for that.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know if what would you guys do if YouTube decides to just kill anything with a gun in it? Because that's kind of been the direction that they've been heading. You guys are all pretty fortunate they haven't attacked you yet as bad as others. Some have gotten some heat from it and they had that problem, but you know, the direction they're going is basically eliminating anything that has a firearm related into it. So, you know, how important is this fan base to follow you when that would happen?
I think it's everything, right? I mean,
Yeah.
as you said earlier, we basically would not exist without the people out here.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that someone decides instead of doing something else today to come out here and just to meet us is amazing. And the same thing with people looking at what we do and consuming that. You know, I think that, like you guys were saying, the sponsors are important because it takes a lot of money to do this. You know, it takes something and it takes a lot of time. And you have to somehow figure out how to pay your bills while you're doing it. But even more important than that are the people.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that for me personally, my strategy is to figure out how to stay directly in touch with people.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that's my plan for like YouTube. I actually like give out a phone number, you know, and I want to meet the people out there that support me because I think that what's going to happen is going to happen, right? Whatever they want to do, but the internet exists. So when something happens, we just need to be able to communicate with folks and let them know, hey, we're not here anymore, we're over here.
Right, right. So that's a big part, is being able to go with them. You know, everybody says, why don't somebody make something to compete with Facebook or make something to compete with YouTube? The only way that works is if you guys follow over to it. But also, keep in mind, if you contact YouTube or Facebook, if one of your favorite personalities is yanked, if they don't hear from you, they don't think it's a big deal. If everybody gets together and emails them and says, hey, why is my favorite guy gone? That does matter to them, because the only reason they're pulling it is, you know, they can get 2 people that complain about them, they're gone.
Yeah.
You know, it does not take much sometimes, very little sometimes.
YouTube won't exist without the audience either. You know, just ask MySpace what happens if people don't get on there.
There's a few of them out there, so you are an asset to YouTube and Facebook. Look how much Facebook stock went down a few weeks ago when not even a huge number, but a number of people started pulling out of there. All of a sudden they lost hundreds of millions or billions of dollars over that. So you do matter. Everything you do does actually matter. We got another question that was sent in here. So what are your guys' plans for the future? Where do you want to take your channels, or what is it that you think that you might want to go to?
Good question.
Man.
Wake up tomorrow, do it again.
Honestly, I want to start trying to get more gamers to shooting. That's my big thing. And the issue I'm running into now is I try to base all my firearm choices off of stuff that's in game.
Right.
You know, because I can pull, you know, crazy rifles out and stuff, and that draws attention. And then they get looking, and they get deeper down the rabbit hole. Next thing you know, they have 12 guns, and they're like, oh god, where do I
It's a
put
good
them all?
start.
It is a good start. It's a good start. It's rookie numbers, though.
Yeah.
It's rookie numbers. But I just want to start just trying to reach more gamers. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, you know, that is a
think
great
that's
thing.
good.
You know, the gamers, they have, you know, there's a limited ammo supply in their game, you know,
Yeah, which
but
is
it
like
doesn't
that,
have
really.
that wonderful smell of real gunpowder that's burned.
Yeah.
But, you know, you hear this complaint about people all the time, they just sit at home and game, and, you know, they need to have that pushed out to them to go out and enjoy it for real. We hear that all the time about people that were gamers the whole time, and they finally come out and shoot a real firearm, man, they're hooked, they're ready to go for some more. But do any of you have plans for bigger shows or bigger things that is it just a day-by-day thing, or is there any big sparkly goals up there somewhere that you would like to head toward?
I think for me, what's the most important thing is that we actually have a future. And I think that's the big problem that we're facing. That's why I think it is important to bring the gamers in.
Yeah.
Because not all the gamers are young, but I think most of them are. And if you bring them into understanding what the Second Amendment's all about, then that goes part way to guaranteeing that we have a future. I think the other part of that is we need to make sure that we have our own things. We need to have our own YouTube, our own Facebook, our own Twitter, you know, just like we need to have our own banks and all that kind of stuff. It sounds terrible that we have to do that like in America today, we're segregated because we believe in the Second Amendment. But if we don't figure out what to do with that, we won't have a future. You know, part of that's voting, but I think part of it is also just making sure that we have a place to go to all the time.
Yeah, that is important. You know where to post any of this stuff, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Then I don't know, I got to stick the posters on telephone poles or something to get people out of here.
Well, the tech guys know that's how they could shut us down.
Yeah.
And so they're going to keep trying to do it, and we have to be on top of that, I think.